Let's talk about, in this video, or in general, so I want to talk about power consumption while touring on the road, whether you're vlogging it, whether you need to charge your cell phone, maybe you're carrying some battery banks with you. Let's talk about power. So in this concept of my setup 7 months ago, you can see 2 solar panels on top with the power cord running into the box on the side. And it is currently plugged into so this is the solar panel power in question. Super cheap, 100 watts, worked really good. But the downside is the Jackery is capped in its power input to output. So it doesn't have enough input to accommodate 2 solar panels, which drove me nuts. And it made me mad. And so I started doing a little bit more digging into different power solutions and options. And so you go down this rabbit hole when it comes to solar panels and power and battery banks and charging. One of those rabbit holes is actually the connector cables themselves and all the different adapters that you need. Like, these are MT4 connectors. Nobody's going to know what that is, but these are MT4 connectors. It took me so long to figure out this, that, and this, and which way up and down and left and right. It drove me nuts. But so now, in the coming months, my new setup is going to be this solar panel, which weighs 4.5 pounds, gives me 100 watts of output. But the Jackery was capping me at 60 watts of input. So I have 2 panels that were not being used at all when it comes to charging. And so I've bought some cables that are going to allow me to run 2 of these with a splitter connected into the power converter. Let's see if we can find the link to the inverter. Yeah, so this guy right here for $9.99 is going to be able to take those MT4 connectors, plow them into this jigamarig for $10. This item weighs 0.015 of a pound or some crazy low number. Whereas if you come back to the video, you've got 2 panels, each weighing 4.5 pounds. Jackery weighs 7.1 pounds, so you're at 15.9 pounds all in, just because you have the Jackery with you. But by going to this other setup, which was recommended on this Reddit page, and I saw this and I was like, heck yes, give me what we're looking for. This is exactly it. Let's go. And this guy gave an awesome item to use. And so now I'm going to run my solar panels into this guy. And then I'm going to get some Anker Prime. These guys right here, they're called Anker Prime something. Anker Prime power banks for 26,000 mAh. These guys, the Prime series from Anker, has continuous throughput charging, which is super critical if I'm going to run these solar panels, and I'm also going to run my GoPros while I'm touring. And so the cost of these is astronomical, but you're getting fast charging and you're getting throughput continuous charging. These guys charge up in as little as like 40 minutes. So when you're bicycle touring and said I didn't have the panels with me and I just wanted to use this Anker charger, this thing charges in like 40 minutes. So yeah, see, 27 minutes anyway. Dual port recharge to 80% in 40 minutes. There you go. So I can stop after a 10-mile ride and charge up at a coffee shop or buy a pop at a Holiday gas station and whatever, or Circle K or Buc-ee's or you name it, right? So as long as you can find a power port somewhere to plug into, I can be in and out of there after having a meal with a full charged Anker battery bank. But it has to be the Prime. So I've ran 20,000 mAh batteries to power my GoPros on these bicycle tours, but the current issue that I have right now is if I'm not staying at a campground or if I'm low on battery, it becomes really hard to sit there for 9 or 12 hours to charge up my batteries on the portable battery banks. And that's why I leaned into the Jackery, was because it was having issues with maintaining the amount of power that I'm personally consuming to do these bicycle vlogs. And so I'm currently in the process of switching over to the USB-C throughput continuous charging model rather than having the Jackery with the 2 solar panels. And I think that that's going to be huge when it comes to bicycle touring and vlogging, is in addition, because these new GoPro 13s, and I think the 12s, but for sure the 13s have continuous throughput charging abilities as well. So I can run from the solar panel right to the battery bank, right into the GoPros, and keep everything supercharged up all day long. That is huge when it comes to touring and being able to film start to finish vlog series. Whereas most videos are going to be a 1 hour highlight video. The direction that I'm trying to go is I want start to finish content, and I think that this is really going to be the way to go when it comes to start to finish content. So we'll just check out real quick under the specifications, because I haven't even looked yet. So these got 26,000 mAh. It's really important that you pay attention to the amount of power that you're grabbing on the go, because a lot of airlines, when you get above 30, are going to start rejecting what you're bringing on board the plane. And you're going to have all kinds of issues. You can't check them already, but the minute they start going in the cabin and you're over this amount on a per basis, you're going to run into issues. So that was the other thing when it came to having the Jackery with me, is the Jackery is going to get rejected just because of its sheer size. They're going to be like, blah, 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 blah. But these are always allowed on planes because they're below the limit and the threshold. So these are all your power numbers right here. We want more details. Come on, where are you? Let's see if we can find. Come on. We'll just control F it. Weight. All right, 101. So this weighs 1.3 pounds, and the current ones that I have. For 60,000 mAh, all in, weigh 2.3 pounds or something like that. I'll have to put the image on the screen. So I'm excited for this new throughput energy option, but the startup cost of initiating this for these Anker Primes is going to be super expensive up front. And then I also have to worry about how to store these without having them exposed to the environment, the weather, having these ports get water or precipitation or dusty. So that'll be the next battle, is finding something to store these guys in that's going to keep them waterproof, that's going to allow me to run my cords out of the waterproof container and so forth. That'll be the next battle that I fight. But right now, we're going to be evolving up into and acquiring 2 Anker Primes to go with the 2 solar panels, and then the one item, where are you? Where is it? Right here. So this guy's got 2 output USBs, and that's what I'm going to use to run USB-C into those battery banks, and then I'll have an update thereafter. But that's going to be the new touring setup, is going to be these guys in conjunction with the Anker Primes to run my GoPros on a continuous throughput energy model. So if we go, for example, GoPro charge throughput charger. So the GoPro 13s are going to have these pass-through door chargings. So here's a good example of a pass-through door from GoPro. Do I like this model? No, because it's got the USB cable that plugs in right here that's going to be exposed on the outside of it. So that's not the cable specifically that I'm after. So let's see. It's going to look like this. Hopefully this is the official GoPro Rink. And of course it's not, but it is the GoPro product. This is what I'm going to be using on the throughput connection, because it's going to have the internals of the GoPro are going to be hidden, and you're just going to have to deal with replacing this guy and this guy eventually over time. But this is perfect for what we're trying to do. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy these energy concepts when it comes to bicycle touring. Thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button. It means everything, and it helps the direction I'm really trying to take my life in this channel. So thank you very much. Hit that subscribe. Onward to glory. Have a great rest of your day.